Hi grades 4, today is Thursday, April the 29th, and for your math today we are looking at practice 3A and we are looking at page 72 and 73, and you are going to work on questions 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So let's get started and let's open up our textbooks. So we are looking at 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so question 3 says, Mrs. Gray used 2 bottles of syrup to make drinks. Each bottle contained 1 liter and 275 milliliters, right? Of syrup. How much syrup did she use? So she has 2 bottles and each bottle has 1 liter 275. What does this 1 liter mean? 1,000, right? So that means we have 1,275, and because there are 2 bottles she used, you're going to multiply it to 2 to find out how much did she use. Okay, so that is question 3. Once you're done this operation, once you're done multiplying, please go ahead and also write the sentence, right? She used this much syrup. Remember, your thousands number will be your liters and your hundreds will be your milliliters. Okay, so that is question 3. Let's go to question 4. So question 4 says, Ian bought 3 kg and 570 grams of beans. So 3 kg, 570 grams of beans. He packed them equally into 3 bags. What was the weight of the beans in each bag? What are we going to do? So there's 3 bags. So we are trying to find out how much does each bag weigh. So we are going to divide our weight to the number of our bags, right? So what does 3 kg means? It means 3,000, right? So 3,570. That is what you need to do. Okay, and then once we get the answer, we will find out how much did each bag weigh. Remember, your 1,000 number will be your kg number and your hundreds number will be your grams number. Okay, also remember to write down your sentence. The weight of the beans, or the weight of each bag, was blank kg and blank grams. Okay, this was question 4. Let's move on to question 5. And again, grades 4, if you think I'm going too fast, please pause the video, do the question, write your sentence, check your answer on the answer key, then move on to the next question. Okay? Then you can unpause the video. Okay, question 5 says, Henry spent 3 hours, 30 minutes every morning to paint his house. He finished painting his whole house in 5 mornings. How much time did he spend to paint his whole house? Okay, so this question, we're going to do it together, okay? So pay attention. So he has 3 hours and 30 minutes, right? So he spent 3 hours, 30 minutes every morning. So 3 hours, 30 minutes, and how many mornings? 5 mornings. So we need to multiply our numbers to 5 because that's the number of mornings, right? So 5 hours and 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and let's multiply. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and I want you to multiply first these numbers. How are you going to multiply? 5 times 0 gives us, okay, pause, do it on your own, and then you can unpause the video, okay, to check if you got it correct. Okay, so 5 times 0 gives us 0, 5 times 3 gives us 15, right? So we have 150 minutes. Okay? Then we have 5 times 3 gives us 15 hours. I know we don't do math or we don't multiply this way because generally, wouldn't we carry this over, right? But as of right now, for this question, we are going to do it this way. We're going to multiply our 5 to our minutes first, then our 5 to our hours. Now, we have 15 hours, right? That's not the answer though. How many minutes are there in 1 hour? 60 minutes, right? What is this number? We have 150 minutes. 150 and 150, how many 60s are there? Well, there are 2 60s. There's 60, there's another 60, and then we are left with 30. Okay, so there's 1 hour, there's 2 hours, and there's 30 minutes left. Does that make sense? We have 150. Each hour is made up of 60 minutes, right? So we are going to take 60 out of it. How many 60s? 2 60s. If we take out 2 60s, how many hours is that? 2 hours, right? 1 hour and 1 hour. That gives us 2 hours. So what are we going to do with these 2 hours? We are going to add them up and we're going to bring them all the way to our hours column. Does that make sense? So if we have 15 hours here, 15 plus 2 more hours, what does that give us? That gives us 17 hours, right? I'm going to just erase it. That gives us 17 hours. And how many minutes do we have left over? 13 minutes, right? So all together, how long did it take him to do it? So 5 days, that was 17 hours and 30 minutes. Does that make sense? The reason I had to do this question with you was so that you could see that we take out, so we do not leave 150 minutes because that doesn't really make sense. Because in 150 minutes, there were 2 hours hidden. So we had to take those out and combine our hours with our hours. So we were left with 17 hours and 30 minutes. Does that make sense? Okay, remember to write your sentence that he spent 17 hours and 30 minutes painting his house. That was question 5. Okay, so let's move on to question 6. Question 6 says, it has 2 parts, so let's move to question 6. It's on page 73. Question 6 says, a pineapple weighs 1 kg and 800 grams. So 1 kg and 800 grams. A watermelon is 3 times as heavy as the pineapple. Part A, what is the weight of the watermelon? Part B, what is the total weight of the 2 fruits, right? So let's go and let's see what do we need to do. So first of all, we know that pineapple is 1 kg and 800 grams. 1 kg means what? 1,000 grams. Pineapple or watermelon is 3 times as heavy. So what do we need to do? We need to do 1,800 multiplied by 3, right? So let's do this first. Please pause the video. Do this part first. Okay, so let's do it together. Now I hope you've done the question because now you'll get to see if you were correct. So 3 times 0 gives me 0, 3 times 0 gives me 0, 3 times 8 gives me 24. I write my 4 here and I carry 2 over here, and 3 times 1 gives me 3, 4, and 5. So what is the weight of the watermelon? The watermelon weighs, remember our thousands number, kg, and our hundreds number is our grams number, right? So the watermelon weighs 5 kg and 400 grams, equal now that we know that this is the weight of the watermelon, and this is the weight of the pineapple, they want to know how much. So part 2 is, what is the total weight of both of these fruits? What do you think we need to do? So we just found out the weight of the watermelon, and we know the weight of the pineapple. What do you think we need to do with these numbers? We need to 1,800 and 5,400. Are we going to subtract or are we going to add? We are trying to find out the weight of both the watermelon and the pineapple together. What do we do for together? We add these numbers up. Okay, so I want you to go ahead. Part B is, you're going to add 1,800 plus 5,400. That's part B. Okay? Once you're done, you're going to write down your sentence. The total weight is blank kg and blank grams. Remember, your thousands number will be your kg number. Your hundreds number will be your grams number. Okay? On that note, I will see you next time, and good luck.